Ground broke on Thursday, January 11th for a new hotel in St. Kitts, Hotel Indigo in Potato Bay. Hotel Indigo will feature 42 luxurious suites, a fully equipped conference room, a modern business center, gourmet restaurants, a gym, a unique bowling alley, an elegant bar, and an exquisite swimming pool. The hotel is being built by developers Troy Cove Development Limited. At Thursday's ceremony, Mr. Khalid Al-Babtain of Troy Cove Development Limited said it took several years for this project to be realized.
The journey to this point has been very long. It took almost 10 years. And to really convince that along the way, I almost lost hope. But thanks to the efforts of my team and to the High Commissioner of in London, His Excellency Kevin Isaac, and the hard work and the dedication of the Foreign Minister, the Honorable, Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, today we are at the cusp of the amazing opportunity here, and commitment to business and the vision of the economic development merge in a way that will contribute to the ongoing social economic transformation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, Economic Development, International Trade, Investment and Industry and Commerce, Dr. Denzel Douglas, said the inauguration of Hotel Indigo marks the ushering of a new era in St. Kitts and Nevis.
As Skipper continues its efforts in promoting and also facilitating investments such as this one, we look forward to other investments coming to our beautiful island and in fact to our country as a whole, St. Kitts and Nevis. Today marks a very significant day for all of us. The beginning of a new year, 2024, with a major investment to the tune of approximately US $100 million in our federation. It is my hope that this trend will continue so that we can pursue continued growth of our economy by promoting our own investment opportunities and attracting and facilitating the necessary investments.
Also delivering remarks at the groundbreaking is Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew.
We are small, but I told them that we have a saying here which says we are Talawa, which means that we are bold, we are competent, and we are up to the task. And so Hotel Indigo fits into all of that. And this, of course, is a win-win initiative that will redound to the benefit of all who are involved. And so I want...
It is said Hotel Indigo is poised to transform the hospitality landscape in St. Kitts through an innovative design, state-of-the-art amenities, and a strong commitment to sustainable practices. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is filing charges against public officials who are yet to file declarations with the Integrity Commission. In a press release issued Thursday by the DPP's office, it noted that the office views the failure of numerous public officials to comply with the mandatory declaration requirements as stipulated under Section 30 of the Integrity in Public Life Act with utmost seriousness. The release said it is the constitutional mandate of this office to uphold the law, ensuring justice and fairness without fear or favor. The release further stated, in light of the information received, the office is currently preparing charges for the individuals on the provided lists. Due to the list's length and the need to resolve certain administrative particulars, the office anticipates that all charges brought under the authority of the Director of Public Prosecutions will be filed by Thursday, February 1st, 2024. However, the DPP's office noted that notwithstanding that the office is in the process of filing charges, it is still possible to escape prosecution if the Commission receives completed declaration before the 26th of January 2024. The release stated, quote, "The Integrity Commission has already warned applicable public officials that if public officials failed to file by the 1st December 2023, that they would consider handing over names to the Director of Public Prosecutions for action. On 8th December 2023, as part of a press conference to commemorate Anti-Corruption Day, as Director of Public Prosecutions, I promised action against defaulters in no uncertain terms, and that it was just a matter of waiting from the Commission. I have now received that list. There will be no further warning. Charges once finalized and filed will carry the full weight of the Act, with the potential fines of up to $300,000 or imprisonment for up to 3 years." End quote. The full text of the press release can be found on the SKN Newsline website at www.sknewsline.com. It also includes the long list of public offices that are required to file declarations with the Integrity Commission. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Why do I love the cable? Well, I have their internet service at home and I never have issues with connectivity. And the way that they're always giving back to the community, that's impressive, and that's a win in my book.
Introducing St. Kitts and Nevis's newest TV channel, Television Caribbean, TVC Channel 40, on the cable's Ultra TV. TVC promises to deliver the finest in television broadcasting in St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean, with some of the best local programs in news, sports, and entertainment. Join us for Insights, where we delve into the lives of our guests.
Let me see what happens if I put this to it. Big explosion, like, okay, note to self, don't do that again.
Or get in-depth analysis on Newsline 360. We have sports, entertainment, and inspiration. It's all here on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV, on TelTV Cable Network in St. Martin, and on our website www.tvcplus.live. TVC Channel 40. See the difference.
It's beautiful. He took one look at you and the angels started singing.
Another wonderful day.
What would you say about staying here for a few months or like a year, just so that we can be together again and just live and love and laugh and have fun and breathe?
Why are you hiding out on a little Caribbean island, singing in a beach bar?
When I came here, I was at peace, and I never left.
This is the beating heart of Nevis. This is what grounds me, what feeds my soul. It's where I found myself.
I hope your life here will be full of joy. Love this island, my son. She will give you more than you can imagine.
I love the cable because they're real. What you see is what you get. No hidden agenda, no tricks, just real, honest communication.
Prime Minister Dr. Terence Ju said that he is confident public officials who have not yet filed their declarations with the Integrity Commission will do so before the deadline. He was answering questions from journalists on Thursday in response to the announcement by the Director of Public Prosecutions that he had issued a final warning to get persons who had not yet filed to do so.
I think that the process is ongoing. Remember, this is a new process for our people here in St. Kitts and Nevis as we seek to establish good governance laws. So I'm sure that each department, they're doing what they have to do. Each ministry, they're doing what they have to do. The persons involved, they're doing what they have to do to comply with the law. So I have no doubt that people would comply. But this is something new, and what I'm really proud about is that we have reached the point where we can actually have this done. So I think people being introduced to a new process, people would comply.
I mean, so do you think there's any nonchalance on the part of those persons, some of those persons who have not yet filed?
No, I don't think that has nothing to do with it. I think these persons are serious persons, but as I've said, it's a new process and it is something that I think people would have to adjust to. And so that I know would take place.
The DPP, in a press release on Thursday, said that his office is currently preparing charges for individuals who have not yet filed their declarations, and that these charges will be filed by February 1st, 2024. He said, however, it is still possible to escape prosecution if the Integrity Commission receives completed declaration before the 26th of January, 2024. I'm Dwight Michael Berridge reporting for SKN Newsline. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force removed contraband from the streets during a pre-Juve operation on Boxing Day, Tuesday 26 December 2023. According to police, several items were confiscated, including a hairpick comb, knives, scissors, lighters, ski masks, and dime bags of marijuana. Police said the operation was conducted as a preventative measure against violence and woundings. A police press release reads, "Persons choosing to arm themselves to go jamming is of extreme concern. The ripple effects created by acts of violence are far-reaching and intensely detrimental to all of St. Kitts Nevis society, not just the immediate victim or victims of the crime or crimes. The time has come for us to seriously think before we commit certain actions. Think of your family, think of your friends, think of yourselves." Carnival festivities this year was mostly incident-free. I'm Dwight Michael Berridge reporting for SKN Newsline. The St. Kitts National Domino Association will be hosting a prize-giving ceremony for their recently concluded first federal-sponsored Pairs Domino Tournament. The ceremony will be held on Sunday starting at 1 p.m. at the Newtown Community Center. Interim President of the association, Romeo Paris, provides us with more details.
Well, the tournament that just completed last night is going to be an annual peers competition tournament that will give us an idea or indicate who are the top peers and the top players. And from that, it will assist us with selection of a national team that will go forward next August in Antigua for the World Cup Domino Federation. So this one was sponsored by First Federal, and they've always, sponsor us. And so now that one is complete, we will have a prize giving Sunday, followed by national elections.
Sunday will also include a knockout domino tournament.
In this case, it's going to be a knockout, and we're going to have about 34 or 36 pairs competing. You lose, you're out. And so that must take place within the day. It's a simple format. Every win is a stroke, and once you get 5 strokes, you win. And you need 3 sets. Who first reach 3, you win, and you're out. And then, so we're also going to have drinks and sales and so on.
Meanwhile, Mr. Paris told SKN Newsline that plans are afoot to further develop the sport of domino in St. Kitts with the plan to compete in the Domino World Cup.
We're pretty excited. The domino players are excited because you can imagine having not gone to a world competition in 25 years. What the interest is like right now. I mean, you have had domino competition scattered around Montreal. You had the former Prime Minister Timothy Harris, Constituency 7. You had Steve Renford in Oldwood doing a competition. You had Bowies and so forth. But these competitions are business. They are business or have political interest. They are not designed to develop domino per se, or develop domino nationally and the players. So we now as the body, we're now going to be the control body, just like football, for all these things. And we want to encourage club formation. Because what used to happen is that a couple of guys pick up a team and they go into a competition, they pick up $20, $10, and they register into the competition, and after that, that's it. There's no benefit, for the national players. So in this scenario, we'll take care of the interest.
Sunday's event will also serve as an opportunity to elect the national executive of the association. I'm Dwight Michael Berridge reporting for SKN
Why I love the cable? Well, it's reliable, the speed, quick. When I come in town, I'm gonna Wi-Fi on my phone, I could just say, okay, let me send a quick text. Who Wi-Fi available? You watch the other Wi-Fi and you say, bye. This one say free, but it ain't really free. But the cable more reliable than the others, and it's more, you know, it's local, it's family home, so it's more trustworthy.
It's beautiful. He took one look at you and the angels started singing.
Another wonderful day.
What would you say about staying here for a few months or like a year, just so that we can be together again and just live and love and laugh and have fun and breathe?
Why are you hiding out on a little Caribbean island, singing in a beach bar?
When I came here, I was at peace, and I never left.
This is the beating heart of Nevis. This is what grounds me, what feeds my soul. It's where I found myself.
I hope your life here will be full of joy. Love this island, my son. She will give you more than you can imagine.
So the reason I love the cable, prices are reasonable and affordable, and they give back so much to the community and the country.
At Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design, we're thrilled to be your go-to print shop located in the heart of Bastille. From essential services like printing, copying, and laminating, to a diverse array of school supplies, arts and craft materials, and office essentials, we've got you covered. Don't fret, Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design are here to stay and ready to be your trusted partners for all your printing and craft supply needs. Ready for a visit? Find us at the corner between Dillio and Princess Street. Just look for the vibrant pink and yellow building with white doors. We can't wait to welcome you to our creative haven.
The incumbent National Alliance Party topped the vote count in the preliminary results of the 2024 St. Martin parliamentary elections on Thursday with a tally of 3,468 votes. This means the party, based on these preliminary results, have been allocated 4 seats, the highest number allocated to any single party, the 15-seat parliament. Natalie Tacklin, chairperson of the Central Voting Bureau, announced the seat allocations in the wee hours of Friday morning after the final polling results were received.
I can now share with you the initial seat allocation as we have calculated. The Now Party will receive 2 seats based on the preliminary calculation, the ECE 0 seats, the UP 3 seats, PFP 2 seats, the US Party 0 seats, the URSM 2 seats, the National Alliance 4 seats, and the Democratic Party 2 seats.
St. Martin saw a slightly higher voter turnout in this election, with 65.08% of registered voters coming out to vote. That's 9.23% higher than the 2020 elections. Of the 22,553 eligible voters, 14,678 turned out to the polls on Thursday, voting across the 20 polling stations on the island. 14,490 eligible votes were cast.
$1.7 million gone in 2 days. One woman was left with just over $600 Jamaican after years of saving and accumulating almost $2 million in her account. Romardo Lyons has her story.
$0.7 million to $636. A discovery that left a woman in eastern Jamaica stunned. working for decades and saving money for a rainy day, only to see her bank account empty, left her in a mental storm.
It's rough, and the only reason why I am still sane and I am not getting too depressed is because I am a Christian. I've been praying about it, fasting and praying. My church brethren are encouraging me and praying. So that is the only thing that is keeping me, just my faith in God.
Now, a bank statement shows 4 different transfers from her account. 2 on October 12, 2023, $500,000, then $490,000. Then on October 13, $500,000 again, then $220,000. This she realized 2 days later after she went online to do a transaction, as she does from time to time. When she logged in, her balance left her unbalanced.
Immediately, I called customer care because when I opened the thing, I realized that a large sum of money was removed on the 12th and on the 13th. So I called customer care immediately. When I explained to them what was happening, the person said to me, the money from your account was transferred. If I made a transfer, I said, no, I didn't make any transfer. The money was transferred to another bank.
The money was transferred to someone she doesn't know, and the customer care agent told her it seemed as though she was a victim of a scam and subsequently closed the account. The woman then went to the Morant Bay branch to make a formal report. There, she spoke to the manager and was then directed to the police.
They asked me if I got any text message or email or anything, which I responded to, which I said, yes, I got an email sometime before.
It was this email, purportedly from the National Commercial Bank, NCB.
I clicked on the email, but then it didn't do anything. It was just like going around in circles, and I came off, and that was it. That was all that I did.
On December 11, 2023, NCB posted this infomercial on its Instagram page. Too late for this victim. Ramarda Lyons, TVJ News.
Why do I love the cable? Well, I have the internet service at home and I never have issues with connectivity. And the way that they're always giving back to the community, that's impressive, and that's a win in my book.
At Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design, we're thrilled to be your go-to print shop located in the heart of Bastille. From essential services like printing, copying, and laminating, to a diverse array of school supplies, arts and craft materials, and office essentials, we've got you covered. Don't fret, Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design are here to stay and ready to be your trusted partners for all your printing and craft supply needs. Ready for a visit? Find us at the corner between Dillio and Princess Street. Just look for the vibrant pink and yellow building with white doors. We can't wait to welcome you to our creative haven.
Introducing St. Kitts and Nevis's newest TV channel, Television Caribbean, TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV. TVC promises to deliver the finest in television broadcasting in St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean, with some of the best local programs in news, sports, and entertainment. Join us for Insights, where we delve into the lives of our guests.
Let me see what happens if I put this to it. Big explosion, like, okay, note to self, don't do that again.
Or get in-depth analysis on Newsline 360. We have sports, entertainment, and inspiration. It's all here on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV, on TelTV Cable Network in St. Martin, and on our website www.tvcplus.live. TVC Channel 40. See the difference.
So the reason I love the cable, prices are reasonable and affordable, and they give back so much to the community and the country.
So you've been listening to proceedings at the International Court of Justice. This is day 2 of South Africa's petition against Israel. South Africa, as a reminder, accusing Israel of genocide and asking the court to order for provisional measures to stop the way Israel is conducting this war. Now, that was South Africa made its case yesterday. What we've been hearing over the last hour and a half or so, and will continue to hear after this coffee break, is Israel's defense against this allegation of genocide. Al Jazeera's senior political analyst, Marwan Bishara, is with me. You've been listening along with me to this for the last hour and a half. I suppose we'll get into more detail on this, especially afterwards when we've heard the whole thing. But what's your initial reaction to what you've been hearing?
Well, look, I think the legal team started very weak. In fact, some bits of it was almost illogical. The idea about to start a defense of Israel in the case of genocide by saying what about Hamas, I think that was quite weak. Talking about Hamas...
that was the legal advisor to Israel's foreign ministry who was making that point mostly.
Yes, absolutely. That's how it all started. And the idea of comparing Hamas's damage to Gaza with Israel's damage to Gaza, I thought that was just almost illogical. Saying that Hamas also would be trapped buildings when we know, and we've heard yesterday, how tens of thousands of bombs were dropped on Gaza by Israel. So making those comparisons seemed very strange to me, very weak. And the idea of trying to compare images, Israeli babies, really, Israelis want to compare the few babies there with 7,000, 8,000 babies killed. I thought also that was not a good line of defense. The second point that I thought was quite weak was the context, the idea that there is no context other than October 7, and we cannot go back to 75 years of dispossession and occupation. I thought that was totally meritless. And third, the idea of the benevolence, how Israel does not aim to destroy civilians, but to protect civilians. I thought that was way beyond the logic of what we've seen unravel in plain sight over the past 3 months. Now you get to the strong points. The strong points were two, one technical and one profound. The technical one was dispute, that South Africa did not make enough effort to go and exchange views with Israel about the issue. And I think he could almost get Israel off technicality that, wait a minute, these are two states that are supposed to have a dispute, not a uni-dispute.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. There needs to be a dispute for the court to actually hear this case. Yes. Is there a dispute? He's saying, no, there isn't.
Well, yesterday, Dugar, the South African judge, did claim that there was, and the appeals by South Africa were basically dismissed. Now we're saying, we're hearing from the Israelis that no, they were not exactly dismissed. It was very short time, and it was Jewish holiday, and how could we get those notes from them? Probably the judges will have to make decisions on that. Again, it's technicality more than anything else, because there's a certain urgency here, and the South Africans were not going to wait for the procrastination of Israel to take its course until everyone in Gaza is destroyed and whatever. Anyway.
The other strong point you think they made?
I think the strongest point was the framework and the intent. So you could claim that Israel carried heinous crimes, terrible crimes, and you can make all the claims you want, but is it genocide? Because if it's not genocide or under the Genocide Convention framed that way, then this court has no jurisdiction to discuss any of it. It doesn't matter how bad the situation is.
Yeah, the case disappears,
And his case for the intent was as such. Israelis might be saying a lot of terrible things, they might be angry, they might be infuriated by the October 7 account, but does that add up to intent carried out by the War Cabinet or the Security Cabinet, trickled down to the command of the military in order to carry a genocide against the Palestinians, destroying them in whole or in part? Does the anger and the statements, or Israel speaking out of both sides of its mouth, like Netanyahu, like Gallant, does that add up to genocidal intent, or that just a bunch of Israelis being very angry and infuriated at Hamas?
Let's take this to our legal.
Former President Trump has spent more time in court this week than on the campaign trail. He attended closing arguments at his civil fraud trial in New York, getting into a clash with the judge in the case, and is now awaiting the verdict. Our senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky is at the courthouse in downtown Manhattan. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. The trial's now over, so former President Trump is waiting to find out if he has a future in the industry and the city that he used to create an image of himself as a titan of real estate. This morning, Donald Trump is waiting for a judge to decide the outcome of a case that accused the former president of exaggerating his wealth on a decade's worth of financial statements so he could get favorable terms on loans. In a dramatic conclusion to a contentious trial, Trump defied the judge and plowed ahead with a terse statement he was never authorized to give. "I'm an innocent man," Trump said. "I've been persecuted by someone running for office." Ignoring the judge's ground rules to stick to the facts, Trump sat at the defense table and attacked the case, saying, "What's happened here, sir, is a fraud on me." He attacked New York Attorney General Letitia James. "She sued me," he said, "to try to get publicity." And he attacked the judge, complaining, "You can't listen for 1 minute." The judge told Trump's attorney, "Control your client." The judge finally holding up his phone to signal Trump's time was up.
This is a case that should have never been brought, and I think we should be entitled to damages.
The attorney general wants the judge to force Trump to pay $370 million in penalties and to bar him from doing business in New York.
No matter how powerful you are, no matter how rich you are, that no one is above the law.
Her team arguing Trump should be held accountable, asking would any of this persistent fraud have happened if it wasn't directed from the top by Mr. Trump. There was no jury, so the judge is going to decide the verdict himself. He has already held Trump liable and said he would decide by the end of the month whether to impose a fine or some other penalty that could significantly curtail Trump's ability to conduct any commercial real estate transaction for the foreseeable future. Eva?
Aaron Katursky there for us. Thank you, Aaron.
First up for the West Indies in Australia will be a 3-day warm-up match against a Cricket Australia 11 at the Karen Rolton Oval in Adelaide, South Australia. And head coach Andrew Coley is satisfied with the preparation ahead of that match.
It was important for us, to have arrived early and given us an opportunity to get a feel for the conditions, get over the distance that we would have travelled to get here. And I'm happy with the progress that we have made and how we're transitioning towards the test match.
The wickets in Australia are reputed to be much bouncier than those in the Caribbean, and some fine-tuning in these conditions would be needed.
At the end of the day, regardless of how the pitch plays and what response you get off the pitch when bowling, each player has to really adapt to what is bowled at him and every single ball. So sometimes the pitch has nothing to do with it, as opposed to pretty much just being locked in to what is being bowled at you. And I think we have done that pretty well. We have been playing on merit. Similarly, from a bowling standpoint, just adjusting to the lengths here in terms of what we want to achieve. Our ability to hit specific groupings whenever we want to. I mean, that's been good. And then just getting a feel for how the ball moves around in the atmosphere from a fielding standpoint. We've been able to spend some time on that as well.
Batter Zachary McCaskey, wicketkeeper Tevin Imlach, all-rounders Justin Graves, Kevin Hodge and Kevin Sinclair, as well as fast bowlers Akeem Jordan and Shamar Joseph, are all uncapped, but they already began to gel with the more experienced team members.
Well, they're not strangers. I mean, they would have played against each other, in regional cricket. Recently, we toured South Africa. Some of the players are here, and the camaraderie has been very good. I'm actually been very impressed in terms of the feedback and some of the nurturing from senior players. Watching them take leadership. I think Alzari, Kimar has been very good, or have been very good in terms of how they engage younger players and giving insights around their experiences. So that's been good to watch as well, outside of the obvious leadership of myself and Craig.
The coach has targets for the warm-up.
When you think about Test cricket, you know, it's really important that you're able to bat a day, to be able to set up the game from a batting standpoint. And then on the flip side of that is it's pretty simple for me, really. If you can get opposition out before the end of the day's play, for instance, and then those are easy markers to meet.
The main part of the tour is the World Test Championship matches, with the first scheduled for January 17th to 21st in Adelaide, beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Caribbean Time. Wayne Cunningham, TTT Sport.